Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam. Did you know that Kaaba is the first place to worship Allah? Allah wanted Mecca to be the place which people faced around the world. Guys, did you know Prophet Ibrahim built the holy Kaaba? He invited people to worship Allah, just as Prophet Muhammad did.
Assalamu alaikum. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today by the beautiful holy Kaaba. I want to tell you a story. Now this story is about Abraha. Hands up if you heard about Abraha before. Ooh, what do you know about Abraha?
He's to scare everyone.
Yeah, he's a very scary man. He used to scare people. Let me start into the story and then I'll ask you questions throughout. Superb? Okay, now Abraha was a very jealous and envious man. Envious means that they're jealous. And he didn't like that lots and lots of people used to come from all over the world to visit the Kaaba. He wanted people to come and visit his city. So he decided that he was going to build his own version of the Kaaba. But he wasn't Muslim, he was Christian. So he built a cathedral, like a castle, like a giant, beautiful church, and he built it in a country called Yemen. And he ordered the people, he told them, you have to come to Yemen to visit my cathedral. Don't go to the Kaaba, you're not allowed. Do you think that people would listen? Would you listen? Muhammad Ali, would you listen to that?
No.
No way, would you listen? No, you wouldn't, Diva, right? I would still go to the Kaaba, and that's exactly what people did. They didn't listen to his orders, and they continued going to the Kaaba, and they didn't really like his cathedral. So he got really, really angry. He got so angry, it's not good to be angry. He decided in his heart, I'm going to destroy the Kaaba. Isn't that horrible? Do you know how he decided to destroy the Kaaba? Ooh, Hussein.
He got many elephants
Yeah.
and he scared the people away and tried to destroy it, but then birds came down with rocks.
Oh, wait, pause it. That's going to be a surprise for everyone. So you're very correct. He got elephants. What's the biggest animal in the world? Al-Batul.
The elephant.
The elephant, the biggest land animal is elephants. Does anyone know what the biggest animal in the whole world is? Aya.
Camel.
Camels are very big, but not the biggest. Liba?
Whale.
A whale, a blue whale is the biggest, very good. But the biggest land animal is elephants. Do elephants live in the desert? No, they don't, right? Do you know where elephants live? In the, yeah?
In the what?
In the, what kind of forests? Yeah.
Jungle.
In the jungle, where it rains a lot, and it's called a rainforest, okay? So elephants live in the rainforest. He brought loads and loads of elephants to Mecca. Now, Mecca is a desert. In desert, there's not a lot of water, and elephants need so much water. So bless these poor elephants, they were dragged all the way to Mecca, and he had another plan as well. He knew that the Meccans would want to defend the Kaaba, so he decided, he was quite smart, but not a nice man. He decided to send another army to Mecca to capture all the young people, because all the young people would stand up and defend the Kaaba. So he captured them. He also captured another animal, which they had lots of in the desert. Which animals can you find in the desert? Tayyiba.
Camel.
Camels, very good. And out of the camels, we captured 200 of Abdul Muttalib's camels. Does anyone know who Abdul Muttalib is? Oh, yes. Let me come back to you, Hussein.
I think Abdul Muttalib, he was one of Prophet Muhammad's grandfathers.
Yes, he was Prophet Muhammad's grandfather. Do you know who Prophet Muhammad's father is? Yes, Al-Batul.
Abdullah.
Abdullah, very good. And Imam Ali alayhi salam's father? Abu?
Father.
Father, it means Abu, very good. Abu, do you know what his title was? Yeah?
Abu Talib.
Abu Talib, very good. So, Abdul Muttalib was the father of Abu Talib and Abdullah. So he was the Prophet's grandfather, and he was a really well-known man. He was one of the heads of the clans. Do you know which tribe he was from? Starts with a H. Bani, yes? Yeah? Oh, let me go to Hussein.
Bani Hashim.
Yes, Bani Hashim. So he was part of the Bani Hashim tribe, and he was a very well-known man. He had a meeting with Abraha. Now, Abraha was quite excited to meet him because Abdul Muttalib was a very important man. But the meeting didn't go as he thought it would. So when Abdul Muttalib met Abraha, Abraha is the mean person, the one who wanted to destroy the Kaaba. Abdul Muttalib, the very nice man, the Prophet's grandfather, and whose camels had been taken. So he went to Abraha and said, "You've taken my 200 camels, can I have them back, please?" So Abraha was quite surprised. He said, "I thought that you're a man of God, you'd want to defend the Kaaba. Why aren't you worried about the Kaaba? Why do you worry about your camels?" So Abdul Muttalib said something very interesting. He said, "I am the owner of the camels. So it's my job to try my very best to defend the camels. Whereas the owner of the Kaaba," who's the owner of the Kaaba? Yes.
Allah.
Yeah, very good. It's the house of Allah. So Allah is the one that looks after the Kaaba. So that is Allah's job to protect it, isn't it? So then Abraha decided to give back the camels to Abdul Muttalib. And Abdul Muttalib warned him. He said, "You should not destroy the Kaaba because Allah is a protector and I have warned you." Then he left. But do you think Abraha listened to him? No, he didn't. He still wanted to destroy the Kaaba. So he decided that all the elephants were going to run to the Kaaba, trample it and destroy it. On the day, Abdul Muttalib, because he was a leader, he said to all the people, "Right, today is a very dangerous day. So I want you all to go to the mountains so that you're safe." Before he left, he held the Kaaba and he prayed to Allah that Allah should protect the Kaaba so that the people could continue worshipping him. Because if there's no Kaaba, it would be more difficult to worship Allah, isn't it? So he made his dua from the Kaaba. He also left so that he would be safe in the mountains. Now, when the elephants came to the Kaaba, what do you think happened? Do you think the elephants destroyed them? Ayah.
Allah sent some birds with little stones, and in the stones were little fire.
Ooh, pause there for a second. Very good. Were you going to say that Allah sent birds as well? Yeah, Allah did send birds, yeah?
And the birds threw the stones on the elephant.
Very good. Yeah, very good. So there was a flock of birds, not just 10, 12 birds, hundreds and thousands of birds, a huge flock of birds, and they all came. Because birds are quite small, right? Elephants are giant. And these birds picked up pieces of clay from the floor, or pebbles, so hard pieces of rock, from their beaks, and then they dropped it on the elephants. Do you think 10 pebbles can kill an elephant? There must be loads, hundreds and thousands, right? So Allah ordered all these birds to come and protect the Kaaba, and all these little pieces of clay, the pebbles, they were thrown on the elephants and Abraha, and they all died. And that is how the Kaaba was saved. And that was then known as the year of the elephants. How do you say elephant in Arabic? Oh, a lot of you know. Let's go with Muhammad Ali. طيبة? Feel, very good. So that year was known as Amul Fil, which was also the year that a very special person was born. Do we know? Hussein? Rasulullah was born, peace be upon him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Ma salam.